CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor. November 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ and listening. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor. November 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ and listening. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor. November 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ and listening.
November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. Here is WB2YOK Whiskey Alpha 2, November Zulu calling in by.
CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ and listening. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. Here is Norway 7, Echo Charlie Victor calling CQ and listening.
This is Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee Oscar Kilo, WB2YOK, listening.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee Oscar Kilo. You're loud and clear. Very good signal. Good afternoon, good evening from Washington State. This is November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. My name is Sean, Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. I'm up in south central Washington there. 5x9 plus, I would say. 5x9 plus. Good afternoon, over.
Good afternoon. This is Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee Oscar Kilo. Name here is Bernie. And I just want to turn on the tuner, and then I'll be back with you.
QSL Bernie, no big deal. I'll be on frequency. November 7, Echo Charlie Victor. Thanks for answering my call.
November 7, Victor Charlie Victor. This is Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee Oscar Kilo. How do you copy?
Yeah, you're loud and clear. 5x7 there, 5x7. My call suffix is Echo Charlie Victor. Over.
Oh, did you say November Echo?
Negative. I say again, my call, November 7, Echo Charlie Victoria, ECV. Over.
Yeah, I got that. Victor, I'm sorry, November 7, Victor Charlie Victor.
Negative. Easy Charlie Victor. Over.
Roger. November 7, Victor Charlie Victor. This is Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee Oscar Kilo. Do you copy?
I hear you loud and clear. You still have my call wrong. It's Easy Charlie Victor. Easy Charlie Victor. Over.
Oh, that's a Zulu in there? Victor Zulu?
Negative. Echo, 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 Echo. Over.
Okay, Victor Echo Victor.
Nope, you're still getting it wrong. November 7, Echo Charlie Victoria. Over.
Echo Charlie Victor.
You got it right. There you go. There you go, Bernie. Echo Charlie Victor. Now you got me there. Good afternoon from Washington. Over.
Well, good afternoon. You're talking to what they would call an OM, an old man. 92, the hearing is not that good anymore, but I still like to listen and talk a little bit. The name here is Bernie, and I'm in beautiful downtown Sun City, Arizona. And you're up in Washington. Roger?
Yeah, QSL, you got it, Bernie. And my name is Sean. My name is Sean, Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey Norway. Sean is my name, and boy, we're just in the high desert wastelands of Washington State. Very nice to meet you. Thank you for your patience with my call. I'm running an ICOM 7300. I've got the Vibraplex end-fed wire and an Ameritron 811 hotel. They're back to you.
Okay, roger that, Sean. The name here again is Bernie, short for Bernard. And I'm running a Fox Tango 301 amp Mike Papa, which is it's a relatively new rig for me. Actually, you're only my second contact on it. And I have a 05 vertical antenna that's about 41 feet tall, attached to a 12-foot mast. So it's nice to know that everything is working for a change. Back to you, WB2YOK.
Yeah, WB2YOK, N7 ACV returning to you there, OM. Well, fine business, Bernie. That vertical is doing really good. How do you like the Yaesu? Go ahead.
I like it very much. It just takes a little getting used to. Whatever you touch, the minute you touch something, you're not on the frequency you were on. It's very, very sensitive. So I like to use Ham Radio Deluxe to tune it in sharply.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that program is quite extensive. A lot of hams utilize that in many different ways for sure. That's a fun program to tie into a radio. Well, I'm glad you got a new rig on the air. It's sounding really good. Hey, so you've got a good signal in here. I wouldn't mind chatting a little bit if you don't mind. Over.
Okay, I didn't copy all of that. Not your fault, my fault. It's my hearing is not that good, and I'm having a little trouble adjusting the volume on this thing. So I catch some of it, but not all of it. I'll tell you, it's really good to make a contact. As I said, you're either the second or third contact on this. So I'm very, very pleased with it and myself. Back to you, WB2YOK.
N7ECV returning. Well, I'll tell you right now, in my headset, Bernie, you sound like you're sitting right next to me. Your audio sounds natural and clean and crisp, not even punchy like for DX or anything. It sounds net quality Q5 copy there with the new radio. So very fine business on that end. Hey, what got you interested into radio as a kid? What got you into radio? Over.
Let's see. I remember what got me into ham radio. It was back in 67, 68. I was traveling about an hour and 3/4 a day each way to my office from Jersey to Pennsylvania, to Allentown, Pennsylvania. And I heard about this CB stuff at the time, and you had to have a license. And like I said, I got a license, I got a CB rig. But I found out that, it was only good for about 4 or 5 miles back in those days. And you couldn't use it for hobby work. So from that, I heard about this ham radio stuff, and I started to get interested in that, read up about it, and then went to join a couple of clubs, one in Jersey, one in Pennsylvania, so that I could go no matter where I was. I can get to a club meeting. Got my license in 69, and the rest is kind of history. I've enjoyed the hobby ever since. I think my first rig was a Johnson Ranger 2 with 2 crystals, and I had a receiver was a Hammerland HQ 170. That's how I started off. Back to you, WB2YOK.
Yeah, November 7, Echo Charlie Victor returning. Fine business. Wow. I had one of those Hammerlands not too long ago. Those are beautiful, big receivers. And, a lot of hams have no idea of what it was like to only have a crystal-controlled rig. You either had to change crystals out or sit and wait for somebody to be on or near the same frequency there to work. And that's just ham radio stories at its finest. Do you have a favorite mode there, Bernie? Is there a favorite mode you like to work? Over?
No, I get down every once in a while. I get on HF. I used to have 2 meters 440 in the car, but since I don't drive much anywhere anymore and don't drive very far, I don't have that. But I do have a Fox Tango 8900 here on the desk, so I listen in every once in a while to some of the nets at early morning, late at night, that kind of stuff. I always find this ham radio is very fascinating. Sometimes you learn something, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have some valuable information for somebody. So it's never ending with surprises. Back to you, WB2YOK.
Boy, isn't that the truth? Never ending with surprises, indeed. Are you strictly a sideband guy? Do you work CW, digital at all? Go ahead.
Right now, I'm sideband. A couple of years ago, I did some digital, but I stopped. I stopped working on it for, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 years, because the lady I was with was was not well. I had to devote almost all my time to her. And, hey, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, that's almost the cycle of amateur radio with most of us OMs in some way. That's usually part of the cycle of it. Interesting. So if you can still hear me okay there, Bernie, I'm wondering if there was a classroom of amateur radio operators in front of you right now, a bunch of about to be new hams, what advice would you give a new ham today, over?
The best advice I could give is think about what you're going to say before you say it. Make sure everything, your mind is in gear before you open your mouth. Be courteous to everybody and listen before you talk. That's about the best advice I could give. Back to you.
Oh, indeed. N7ECV returning to Whiskey Bravo 2 Yankee Oscar Kilo. Boy, that's some of the best advice to give, especially in the art of communication. Boy, it's hard to extend the idea that one must listen before one learns to talk. And then you learn how each group you're listening to does communicate, and you can fit in a heck of a lot sooner. But that's great advice, Bernie. I appreciate it. What do you think the future of ham radio is? If somebody asks you that question, what's the future of ham radio? Where is the future of ham radio going? Over?
Well, I think N7 Echo Charlie Victor WB2YOK. I think ham radio will never die out. We're the only thing available when all else fails. You know, everybody's gotten to depend on a cell phone. But look what happened in Florida when all the cell phones went out with that hurricane. So you never know. It's good to have this ham radio because it can fill in the blank spots for the authorities when they need it. We always get through, no matter what. We always get through. And especially nowadays with the digital, that's sometimes even better than Morse code. So, you know, we're very dependable. We're always there. We're like the Boy Scouts, always at the ready. N7 Echo Charlie Victor, this is Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee Oscar Kilo. Back to you.
Oh, very good. WB2YOK. Conditions held out that whole way. You're the loudest signal on my scope right now. There's one other station that's probably just as loud maybe, but you're doing really good there, Bernie. That vertical is doing amazing this afternoon here on 15. Fun stuff. You know, I'm wondering, is there like, do you have hobbies in this hobby itself, or do you do slow scan? Are you a contester? Do you do anything like that? Over?
No, nothing special. I just get on every once in a while and just tune around to see who I can talk to. And by the way, I have you at 21349.990. Is that the last part correct?
Are you talking beam heading?
Negative frequency.
Yeah, it threw me right off. I'm never on 15. I'm on 21350. 21350 according to this radio. Over?
Okay, roger that. Let me just bump this up a notch so I get on to 350. I'll be with you in a second. Okay, I'm now on 21350. So this is WB2YOK to November 7 Echo Charlie Victor. Come on back.
All right. Do you hear me a little bit better there, Bernie? Over?
Yes, I hear you a lot better. Yeah, a lot better connection. And you're giving me an S9 Plus. You're really coming in here.
Yeah, you're about the same, right at S9, and I can't even hear the atmospheric noise anymore. The band's quieting up. It might be finally starting to open for a little bit there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I usually don't work 15 meters. I I don't know why I got on it. I guess I don't know, just did. Thought I would try it out. I'm usually a 40 or an 80 meter guy, sometimes 20 meters, but I don't do any DXing. I kind of look at this, I'm relaxed about it. I just want to hear things and maybe talk to somebody and just pass the time of day. Back to you, WB2YOK.
Well, isn't that a good portion of this hobby, too, and a fun part, man, especially if we can at least communicate, carry out a conversation in some way or another here, and have the equipment to be able to get it done for sure. Thank you for the report there. This is my first amplifier. I put it in line about 48 hours ago. Let's see, I brought it home Saturday night, and I didn't go to sleep until Sunday night, and then woke up today and started playing a little bit longer too. Just to finally have some equipment that I can put to use and have some fun with after all these years. Bernie, over.
Yeah, how much power is that amplifier giving you?
About 420 watts or so right now, over.
Oh, okay, because my rig is 200 watts out, so I'm pretty. I figure that's enough. I can't have a beam here where I am. I'm in a condo situation, and if I put up a beam, it would overlap my neighbors. It's a strip condo, 6 in a row, so I can't use a beam. But the vertical I have seems to be doing it just fine. Just really, I'm very pleased with it.
A lot of people in your living situation they have questions about antennas, or they're in a regard of trying to choose stuff. Tell me about your antenna and your situation there. It sounds just exactly what people would like to hear about there. Bernie, over.
Yeah, it's a 05, which is, in my case, it's a 41-footer sitting on top of a 12-foot mast. And it's got 6 radials, not wire. They're radials that plug in and you just tighten them down. So that's pretty good. It's got a ballon on the bottom, and I have to put my outboard tuner in line. I'll do that after this QSO. Put my I have an LDG 1000 Pro. So that handles up to 200. That handles up to 1,000 watts. So I'll put that in line, and hopefully that'll make things even a little better. I don't know if you're familiar with the Phoenix, Arizona area, but I'm in an area called Sun City, which is about an hour's ride to the center of Phoenix. It's northwest of Phoenix, Arizona. Back to you, WB2YOK.
N7ECV returning. Van's getting a little different there, but you're holding out loud and clear there, Bernie. So you say 05 antenna, and I'm sorry to be a pest. Is it just the vertical or the flagpole antenna, over?
No, this is a vertical. I forget if it's got a particular. Just you go to 05, just look for a 41-foot vertical, and that'll give you all the specs on it.
Copy that. Yeah, I'm tracking it down. So you have the 1040 or the 1080?
1080.
I should have known better. You said you're a 75 guy. How do you like the performance on 75 with that vertical?
I haven't done much on 75, 80. I just didn't get there yet. But I do that. If I'm going to do that, I probably do it in the evening. After 20 meters shuts down, 15, 20 meters shuts down after dark. But I have to remember always that I'm 3 hours right now. I'm 3 hours ahead of the East Coast. Oh, no, I'm not. Now I'm 2 hours. I think they're finished with, unless they kept daylight savings. If it's daylight savings, they're 3 hours ahead of me. If it's not daylight savings, the East Coast is 2 hours ahead of me.
I don't even know what time it is now, Bernie. Thanks a lot. Hi. It is 2 p.m. local time here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know if we change clocks or not. I think we do this coming weekend, I think, is what's going on this coming season, or Sunday, excuse me. Well, that's a fine business antenna and one of the best verticals I've seen out there. That looks like it was well worth your money, and you're not getting any hassle about it. You're not having to take it down after you're done using it. It's pretty much okay to be up in that condo environment, huh?
Sean, I'm going to, I want to say thank you for the contact. I'll put you in the logbook, and I'm going to shut down after this QSO. I want to get that, my energy waxes and wanes. So I'm just about at the midway point of the day where my personal battery is telling me I got to take things easy. So I want to see if I can get that tuner in line before it says stop. So I'm going to say 73, and I want again to say thank you for the contact. I appreciate it very much. Good chatting with you. Have lots of luck tuning around the band. This is WB2YOK 73. I'll be off and clear on your final.
Okay, Bernie, yeah, keep that battery charged the best you can and get the work done when you can, and then enjoy your rest. It was my pleasure to meet you, OM. Thank you for your time and patience with us today, and I look forward to hopefully hearing you on the band again. You're a new friend of mine here on 15. 7-3 from Washington State. Pleasure's been all mine. Nice to meet you, OM.
73.
Norway 7 Echo Charlie Victoria.